There is a transfer bait for Michael Olise to Man United, and I think it might be going to work in our favor, because when you have what someone else wants, and even that someone recognizes it, and that someone also has something that you want, then it really boils out to be what we call a call for common ground to negotiate. Mike Olise to Man United transfer, one of the highly anticipated transfers at the club of Manchester United. Mike Odegaard has gone ahead and obviously coming through to really give us a very huge insight onto this transfer. Remember, Mike Odegaard is a senior writer at the ESPN. Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Hojlund have gone ahead and spoken out onto the draw that we held at Old Trafford as we hosted Tottenham Hotspur, and one is gutted for not having gone ahead to obviously get a win that he thought that the team of Man United really deserved to take home. Welcome to this channel. This is the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We thank God for the gift of life. And guys, you know the mission. The mission is simple. Let's hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month and try our level best. By the time we hit the transfer window, we want to have gone ahead to reach what we call 20,000 subscribers. That's the milestone. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and the Christians, may the living to God bless you abundantly. Now, let's start it off with Mark Odegaard, because we know this story has been making rounds that United is really interested in signing Michael Olise, but the senior writer at ESPN has gone ahead, obviously, to spill more beans about this transfer. He has told us that Manchester United have discussed a summer move for Michael Olise, which would see Aaron Wan-Bissaka returning to Crystal Palace as part of any deal. That's what Mike Odegaard has gone ahead to say. And he added and said the decision to activate the 12-month extension in Aaron Wan-Bissaka's contract was taken purely to enable United to raise funds by offloading him this summer. So, the fact is, Manchester United went ahead to obviously trigger the further option year of Aaron Wan-Bissaka because they wanted to really get funds from this guy. We all know that Crystal Palace wants Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he's really one of those players that doesn't want to sign a long-term contract with Man United because he believes that he's not in the plans of Erik ten Hag. Amid this Erik ten Hag bringing him and improving him as a player, a lot has not gone ahead to happen as planned for the right back. So, when you look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's valued at like £30 million for now. Olise is valued at £60 million. So, if we use Aaron Wan-Bissaka as a make weight, that will help us a lot to see to it that we don't cause, or we don't really spend £60 million. I think paying 30 and Aaron Wan-Bissaka on him will be a very good move for Olise to come into the club of Man United, because I think Olise is a proven player. First and foremost, he's a proven player, and very many other teams are interested in him. Manchester City and Chelsea, on record, made bids for this youngster. They made bids for Olise, and it was Crystal Palace that obviously went ahead to turn them down. And I think they thought that all they needed was to see either this young man really gets going. And to show you how special this guy was, Manchester City and Chelsea made bids when this boy was injured. So, they knew exactly what he's all about, and they wanted to obviously get him in. Manchester City wanted to take him in as a replacement of Riyad Mahrez, and they approached Crystal Palace. No sooner had Riyad Mahrez made a decision to go and play into the Saudi Pro League. That is it. So, when you look at Olise, he's really a very good player, and ever since he returned from injury, he's really putting in performances after performances. His performances are really good, and you will really look at him and really admire how he has gonna hate obviously cope up with what the modern game of football is. Having gone ahead to play only 9 games this season, especially into the Premier League, he has scored 5 goals and put up 1 assist. At the age of 22 years of age, that is really a very good output from him. 9 games, 6 goals contribution. That is really huge of the player, and I really understand exactly that Manchester United are really looking for him. But it's not all a done deal at the club of Manchester United. Amid this all set in place, there is this to note. Mark Odegaard has also added and really said the following, that Manchester United's interest in Michael Olise is not universally supported within the club. Some members of the recruitment team expressed reservations following the failure of Aaron Bissaka and Wilfried Zaha to successfully make the transition from Palace to United. So, I understand where this comes in from. But who are those responsible, for recruitment? Because we all know that there is supposed to be a new person that is responsible for recruitment. When the story was broken, we are told that the people of Ineos are the ones who are really attracted so much onto Olise, and they would love to see that deal really goes to or comes to pass. So this will have to be discussed internally by Ineos and the people that are going to hate to bring him through, and Erik ten Hag, provided by then he will still be the manager of Manchester United. That should also be really noted. So Ineos are really doing a lot, and a lot they're doing is scouting in players. And if I know they're scouting Olise, I like Olise, I love him, but the big question is, what is United gonna do for Anthony? That is it, because Ten Hag looks like he's obsessed with Anthony. You get? Even Amad Diallo is there, but Ten Hag never even put him on the bench. Amad Diallo never made it to the bench as Man United played against Tottenham Hotspur. You get? So, who will pave way for Olise at the club of Man United? Will it be Amad Diallo? Will it be Anthony? And it's up to them on how they are going to play in the remaining games of the season. If Anthony plays well and Amad doesn't perform to the expectations, then a deal of Amad Diallo maybe can even be added into his crossing from what we call crossing from what side? Crossing from the other side to the other. Maybe United will say, we're getting you Amad Diallo and Aaron Bissaka, get us Olise. But it looks like Ahmad is really a special talent, and Crystal Palace have been scouting him for a very long time. Remember, before he was loaned to Rangers, it was Patrick Vieira who was interested in him. So he's a very good player, and a decision has to be made, because you cannot be having three right attacking midfielders who are really left-footed, meaning that one will obviously have to pave way for the other. So, but most likely, I think Anthony is going to be the one who is surplus to requirement, and if this deal really comes to pass, then we'll see how things will come in through. So we wait and see how the recruitment team of United under Ineos is going to really come up with a very good decision on what to do and what not to do at the club of Manchester United. Then we'll leave it at that, because Michael Olise is really huge, and we wait what's going to happen at the club of Man United and who is going to make the decision. Let's go to Marcus Rashford. Scoring his first goal at Old Trafford, he took the following to his Instagram and said, "It's great feeling to have scored again at OT. I want to thank the fans who always support me and the team." Now, Rashford looks like he's on fire again, And as we go away on a break of 2 weeks, it looks like he's not the happy man, because if you've gone ahead to obviously start scoring goals and putting in assists, you wouldn't like to obviously end this run, because in the previous 4 games, Rashford has gone ahead to score, I think 3, and he has 1 assist. I think he's gone ahead to score 2 and has gone ahead to put up 2 assists. That is Marcus Rashford for you, and he's looking threat in front of goal. But my worry for him is he's a selfish guy. He's too selfish, and he's obviously making things hard for Rasmus Hojlund. And if you watch that first goal very well that Rasmus Hojlund scores, you can't come out and really give kudos to him or give him his flowers for that, because he was running into the forest of legs, and if at all that ball was not lost in his legs for a defender to obviously set it in the vicinity of Rasmus Hojlund, do you think Rasmus Hojlund would have gone ahead to get that shot at goal? I don't think so. So it was not his intent, to do that. It was not deliberate. And secondly, he had very many chances. He ran onto that side a lot, but he couldn't put in a cross to really release Rasmus Hojlund, and that is really bad of him. Yet in the second, for the goal that he scores, that he celebrated and went to Instagram and really appreciated the fans, it was Rasmus Hojlund who went ahead to obviously find him in a single touch in a single touch ball, you know, in a single touch football, and then it really he made it 2-1 for the club of Man United. So I think he should reciprocate the love back to the lad, because this boy is really working hard to get things going. Talking Rasmus Hojlund, he also took to his IG and said the following: that gutted, we didn't get the win today. Always a pleasure with the support from you guys. Now time to recharge. So obviously he had to be gutted. Having a goal and an assist in a game and you fail to win it, you have to be gutted. And that is the mentality that I want to see at the club of Man United. And that's what I really hated about Marcus Rashford's post. He never showed that he was not okay with what really went down at the side of Man United. He's celebrating the goal, but we dropped points. But look at the young boy who comes in through at the age of 20, who is making 21 next month, saying that I'm not okay with what went ahead to happen at the club of Man United. That is it. And he kept on mourning, you know. However much went ahead to score a goal, he shows you that he's not happy for a goal because he wants the team to win points. And those points are really important. So that's the positive I'm going to hate to get from Rasmus Hojlund, that his mentality is really right and he's aggressive. And even though he scores and the team doesn't really win, he feels bad. And that's why he's mourning about it, guys. Aren't you really excited about a 20-year-old to be having nerves of such people? And Marcus Rashford, who is supposed to be his senior player, cannot go all out and really put in what we call a good shift on his caption that he went ahead to put up down there. You get? So I really feel like Rasmus Hojlund is the right guy and Marcus Rashford should learn from the young one. It's really uncalled for, but we have to stress it because it should be vice versa, but it looks like it's not one of those moments that we are going to laugh about. So guys, your thoughts on to Mike Olise to Man United bait are welcome to the comment section below. Would you obviously gate in Olise, get £30 million to Crystal Palace plus Aaron Wan-Bissaka, or you would say, let me get you Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Hamad Diallo and you get me Olise? What would you go for? What do you make about Marcus Rashford's post? You know, that has gonna hate obviously thank the fans for scoring, and has not gonna hate obviously put in a caption of us not winning. And lastly, Rasmus Hojlund, very gutted after that loss, after that draw at Old Trafford against Tottenham Hotspur. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We out. Angola has just gone ahead to equalize, and it's 1-1 against Algeria. You know, first half it was Algeria over the place, and second half it's Angola all over the place. African Cup of Nations is really amazing and amazing, full of surprises. And even Cameroon drew 1-1. I'm out.